Top 8 Best PC Games, released in 2023 so far. Welcome, fellow gamers, to my channel. Are you ready to discover the top 8 must-play games of 2023 for PC? Well, look no further, because in this video, I'll be your guide through the exciting world of gaming. From heart-pumping action to mind-bending strategy, these games have it all. Stick around until the end to see which one is the ultimate winner. Let's dive in. Returnal. Prepare to take off into the dangerous realm of Returnal. Before you can say, time loop. You'll be dodging bullets and investigating hostile alien planets in this sci-fi action game. You'll have to battle through dangerous creatures as astronaut Celine to solve Atropos' secrets. I adored Returnal because it made the most of the PS5's incredible powers. The animations are realistic, and the landscapes are breathtaking. The graphics are out of this world. Moreover, the 3D music and DualSense controller give you the impression that you are actually playing the game. Not to mention the compelling plot and addictive gameplay. True, Returnal isn't all sunshine and flowers, but let's be honest. At times, it can be extremely difficult, and missing progress after dying can be a real bummer. Additionally, some sections can seem a little monotonous, even though the levels and enemies are constantly changing. And yes, there might occasionally be some flaws and glitches. Returnal is one of the greatest action titles out there overall. It has stunning graphics, challenging gameplay, and an exciting narrative that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It is everything you could want in a game. It has a Metascore of 86 and a user score of 8.1 on Metacritic, and it can be purchased on the PS5 for $69.99 or the computer for $59.99. So why are you still waiting? Prepare to take off and rule the world. Hi-Fi Rush. Do you enjoy fighting to music? Do you enjoy wicked turntable abilities and neon-lit cities? You should also check out Hi-Fi Rush. You play as a DJ, fighting your way through foes and bosses in this rhythm-action brawler game, using your turntable as both a weapon and a musical instrument. And believe me, when I say it's not just about killing bad people and smashing buttons. In order to make original recordings that influence your performance and score, you can also scratch, mix, and sample noises from the surrounding area. Amazing, isn't that? With its cel-shaded visuals and catchy soundtrack, the game appears amazing. Additionally, the game adjusts to your musical preferences, making each run distinct. It's not all sunlight and rainbows, let's face it. Pacing problems and technological difficulties can make you want to hurl your controller at the screen, but if you persevere through them, the game is incredibly gratifying when you complete a flawless combo or lay down a devastating beat on a boss. Hi-Fi Rush has a ton of replay value and is a joy to play all around. There is no reason not to give it a try since it is accessible on Xbox Game Pass for both Xbox and PC. You can purchase it for $29.99 on the Steam or $1.23 from Fanatical or Green Man Gaming. It was just released on January 25th, 2023. It has a strong Metascore of 89 and a Metacritic user score of 8.8. What are you still holding out for? With Hi-Fi Rush, get set to rock your way to victory. Dead Cells: Return to Castlevania is a DLC that adds a new area to the well-known roguelike Metroidvania game Dead Cells that was inspired by the original Castlevania titles. The fortress of Dracula can now be explored, his minions and son Alucard encountered, and new skills and equipment needed for survival collected. Dead Cells: Return to Castlevania does a great job of paying homage to its sources of influence. With a ton of Easter eggs and references, the DLC brings the mood and aesthetics of the Castlevania video games to life for aficionados. In order to make the game more entertaining and dynamic, it also includes new gaming elements like wall jumping, backdashing, and sub-weapons. The difficulty of Dead Cells: Return to Castlevania is what makes it not so interesting. Even if you've played Dead Cells before, the DLC is difficult and occasionally aggravating. Before you can access the DLC, you must acquire some items in the base game because some enemies and bosses can be really annoying and cheap. Dead Cells: Return to Castlevania is an excellent expansion that successfully combines the finest elements of both games. You'll adore this tribute to Castlevania if you enjoy 2D action platform games. Don't pass it up. One, it's of the finest DLCs of 2023. Dead Cells Return to Castlevania is available for $3.99 on GOG and $4.99 on Steam. It has a Metascore of 88 and a user score of 7.4 on Metacritic. It was published on March 6th, 2023. It's time to grab your lash and get to killing! Pizza Tower, a Whirlwind Adventure. Would you like to play some platform games? Pizzeria Tower is the only place to go. You play as Peppino Spaghetti in this absurd 2D game, a pizza chef with some major moves. In this fast-paced adventure, deliver pizzas, escape danger, and gather toppings to whet your appetite for fun. Pizza Tower is unique due to its blend of absurd gameplay and hilarious comedy. The game's ridiculous speech and over-the-top animations will have you laughing aloud. But don't be fooled by the laughter. This game is difficult. Each stage will require the full range of your abilities. But the rewards are well worth it. That said, Pizza Tower isn't flawless. The game occasionally has glitches, and the pandemonium can be overwhelming. Overall, though, this is a must-play for anyone who enjoys crazy, fast-paced activities. Pizza Tower debuted on January 26, 2023, and is currently $14.99 on Steam. It is obvious that this game is a fan choice because it has a Metascore of 91 and a user score of 9.2 on Metacritic. So why are you still waiting? Take a piece of the action and join Pizza Tower and its mayhem. It's Dead Space Remake. The sci-fi horror game Dead Space tells the tale of Isaac Clarke, an engineer tasked with fixing a spacecraft overrun by mutant corpses known as necromorphs. The game has received acclaim for its blend of new and recognizable elements, which delivers gory body horror and satisfying gunplay, while also keeping players on edge with finite supplies like ammo, health, oxygen, and inventory space. With its high challenge settings and cheap jump scares, the game can occasionally be frustrating and unfair and ruin the immersion. Aside from being repetitive, the game's goals, settings, and puzzles are identical. Overall, Dead Space is a fantastic remake that honors the original game while bringing in fresh enhancements and pleasant shocks. For lovers of sci-fi terror games or anyone seeking a tense and exciting experience, it is a must-play. The game costs $59.99 on PC and has a Metascore of 88 as of its debut in January 2023. It also has a user score of 8.9 on Metacritic, a Space for the Unbound. The late 1990s in rural Indonesia will be transported to you in this captivating story-adventure game. You'll take on the role of Atma, a high school student with feelings for his childhood friend Nirmala and a unique ability called Space Dive that allows you to delve into people's thoughts and emotions. Prepare to delve into the memories and individual struggles of Atma's friends and neighbors as you assist them in solving their issues and unravel a sinister riddle that poses a threat to the survival of the world. The game beautifully captures the feeling of idyllic childhood memories, where summer never ends and the sky is always a stunning shade of blue, with its stunning anime art style and magical ambiance. A Space for the Unbound's emotional narrative and endearing music make it a unique and memorable experience that's sure to leave a lasting impression, even though the game can be a little slow and linear at times, and may touch on sensitive topics like abuse and depression. So for just $19.99 on Steam, pick up a copy of A Space for the Unbound if you're prepared for a voyage that will touch your heart and test your mental fortitude. It has a Metascore of 86 and a user score of 8.8 on Metacritic, making it one of the best games of 2023, and it's just ready for you to play it. 8-Bit Adventures 2. Prepare yourself for a trip down memory lane with 8-Bit Adventures 2. This NES-inspired RPG pays homage to vintage NES titles with pixelated graphics and well-known illusions. You take on the role of Charlie, a young boy who enjoys playing video games and works with his friends, and a mysterious girl called Faye to protect the world from a harmful glitch. I adored how well 8-Bit Adventures 2 captures the atmosphere of an old-school game. The narrative is full of lovable characters and moving moments, and the battles are quick-paced and customizable. Not to mention the nostalgic art direction, which feels like a trip back to the 8-bit period. There are some drawbacks, however, as with any game. If you use the auto-battle function or grind for levels, the game may be a little too simple and brief. The bosses can be difficult, but there are some balancing problems that could trip you up. Ultimately, anyone who enjoys RPGs or retro video games should play 8-Bit Adventures 2. It's a smooth, endearing game that will take you back in time. It costs $14.99 and is available on Steam or the Nintendo Switch. On Steam, users have given it an average review of 9 out of 10. So why are you still waiting? In 8-bit fashion, grab your controller and get set to save the world. The Legend of Heroes: Trails to Azure. Are you ready to be kept on the brink of your seat by a thrilling game? In the action-adventure game The Legend of Heroes: Trails to Azure, Detective Lloyd Bannings and his special support squad battle political unrest, criminal plots, and paranormal dangers in the city-state of Crossbell. I adored this game's richly detailed world-building and intricate storyline, which included unexpected turns and a charming ensemble of characters. With a ton of customization choices, the combat system is also fantastic. Then again, every game has its drawbacks. With too much dialogue and tiresome fetch missions, Trails to Azure can occasionally drag on, not to mention some technological issues. The Legend of Heroes: Trails to Azure is among the top JRPGs of 2023 despite these small flaws. It has an average user evaluation of 9 out of 10 on Steam and costs $39.99. It has a Metascore of 89. Don't pass up this incredible Crossbell story ending. Thanks for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this one.